Verbal Riot.
I don't know if you guys saw what happened in Michigan these past couple of days, but apparently Eminem has decided to throw his hat into the ring of pandering for Kamala Harris's campaign. And I don't know if you guys saw the video of Eminem and Barack Obama. And if you haven't, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna play it right now just so you can see it for yourself. And then I'm gonna tell you what I think about this.
And going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please. I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
By the way, really quickly, I just have to say that I was like everybody else. I think I was an Eminem fan in the beginning, right? When he was young, when he was raw, when he would just not give a F about anything and rap about whatever he wanted and talked about whoever he wanted to. You know, Eminem has caught the what I call the old man's disease, right? And what that is when an artist is, young and fresh and rebellious, they don't care what they talk about, they just go in, right? But as you get older, you start caring a little bit more about that money, right? That money, you want to start protecting that money just a little bit more. And Eminem has completely caught that at this point. He has completely sold his ass. And it's disappointing, man. It is disappointing. It's always disappointing to see people who you liked back in the day, people who you even looked up to back in the day just sell out, right? But whatever. It is what it is.
And here to tell you much more about that, President Barack Obama.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about the music. I should have cut that out. But anyway, he brings Obama out. And so Obama gives his speech. And this is probably the most cringe thing I've seen probably all week. But let's go ahead and take a look at that.
A lot of rallies. So I gotta say, I have done a lot of rallies. So I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. Now notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs.
Ugh. I feel embarrassed that I ever voted for this guy. If I'm being honest with you, man, I cringe. That was cringe. That was so cringe. And it's corny, man. Look, I expect that out of a politician, I guess, but for Eminem though, to be behind that, right? It's embarrassing, man. It's like watching your grandparents, try to rap, right? It's just weird. It's goofy. But this is really all they have at this point. This is all they have at this point. Now, this isn't what came across my desk today. This is just kind of leading up to my more bigger point here. So, this happened a couple of days ago. Now, I want you guys to keep track because Kamala Harris started out, she had Meg Thee Stallion, the female rapper who, if you guys don't know that, she's a female rapper. Meg Thee Stallion, she started with her. twerking on stage and, rapping about foul shit, to start off her campaign. But then she got Billie Eilish to get behind her, right? And Billie Eilish is for Harris and blah, blah, blah. So bigger artist than Meg Thee Stallion. She got Billie Eilish. That was a big deal. But then she got the princess herself. She got Taylor Swift to back her up, to pander for her, right? And guys, that's a big get. Okay, that's a huge get. I'm not even going to make fun of that because Taylor Swift is no joke. She's one of the biggest names in the world, not just music, right? The world. But today, Kamala grabbed the golden goose. She grabbed the wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris has the support of Beyonce. She has Beyonce now in her corner. It's over. It's over for Trump. It's over for Trump, for MAGA. It's done. There's nothing you can do now. Now that Beyonce is on board, right? I mean, it's finished. Trump might as well call it quits. Because you can't go against Beyonce, right? I mean, it's the queen. This is I joke, right? I'm being obviously facetious here, but the thing is, this is honestly how they think. This is how they think. For some reason, they think, for some bizarre reason, that we give a shit. That we give a shit about these dumbass celebrities. They really think that because they bring these rich, most of them billionaires, onto the stage with them, that everyday Americans who are struggling just to buy eggs cares what they think. This is dumb, guys. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing just for our country. And honestly, if we're being really honest here, this is all they got. This is all Kamala has. This is it. Because she has no policies. She has nothing to stand on. This is it. All she has are these celebrity endorsements, and that's it. Now, some could say that Trump did a little pandering himself recently, right? They could say that, yeah, okay, sure, it's corny what they're doing, but what about Trump and his whole McDonald's thing, right? And, I could somewhat agree with that. But there is a difference. And I'm going to play that for you guys real quick.
You actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your
She
resume?
never worked here.
Why would she lie about something like that?
Kamala, so
Will be put on your resume.
I worked at McDonald's.
Why would she lie about that?
Why? Because she's lying, Kamala. That's why.
So, look, Trump is a troll, man, right? He is. We know that. We know Trump is a troll. And it is kind of funny that he did this. But if we're being really serious about it too, right? He did this as a joke. But even as a joke, it was kind of somewhat I don't want to say heartwarming, but it made him a little bit more human, right? And not just because he's has an apron on, but there's videos of him where they show him getting trained, right? The McDonald's people are training him on how to do all the jobs that they do, and he was back there doing them. Obviously Trump isn't a McDonald's employee, even though he does eat there a lot, and he probably shouldn't at that age, but whatever. But he did it. He went back there and actually did it. And he's right. He worked there 15 minutes longer than Kamala Harris did. Because she lied about working at McDonald's, which I don't know why, but God, I don't know why this woman lies about the things she lies about, if I'm being honest with you. I really don't. But I feel like what Trump did and what she's doing right now are two very different things, right? He did this kind of just for the people. And he actually handed out food to the people, right? Now, obviously, yeah, these people were vetted because, come on, the man is running for president, and they've already taken 3 shots at him that we know about. So, yeah, the people going through the drive-thru were vetted. I'm sure they were checked by Secret Security. But what he did was just a very human thing. It was a very cool thing. Obviously, we know that this billionaire isn't exactly like us. We know this. We're not stupid. But there's a difference between see, I need people to understand this, guys. Like, this isn't just a Democrat versus Republican thing. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of Republicans who vote who vote uh in line with the Democrats in office right now, right? Like they do. So to say that this is Democrat versus Republican, not exactly, because some Republicans are, you know, really left in sheep's clothing kind of a thing. They're all getting their handouts from the same people, their payouts, right? So Trump represents something a little bit different. But with that said, I need people to understand I don't think Trump is a saint. I don't think he's a savior, right? I know exactly the kind of guy Trump is. I know exactly who Trump is, right? He's no matter who you are, if you're a billionaire, I don't care what field it's in or how you made your billions, most likely you stole, you fucked over somebody, you backstabbed, you did something foul to get to the billions that you have, unless you inherited those billions. But even then, your father probably did. My, I have no illusions about what Trump is. I know what kind of guy he is. You know, I've made the comparison before, right? Like, there's okay. You know what? Look at it like the Penguin, right? The Penguin is a terrible guy. If you guys have watched the show, he is a terrible guy. He's a gangster. Does he have a heart for his people? At least, yeah. I think he genuinely has a heart for his people, for the people that he is down with. But he's a bad guy, and we all understand that. Trump is like the Penguin in that way. I know what kind of guy he is. But there's a difference between fake and dishonest. I think Trump is dishonest, but he's not fake. Kamala is fake. She's a chameleon. She stands for nothing. She's a vessel to be used by organizations and corporations. That's the difference. Now, am I here to preach to you guys about who you should vote for? No, vote. Look, guys, honestly, if you're watching my show right now, vote for whoever you want to vote for. Whoever you want to vote for. I don't care. It's not for me to decide who you vote for. And it's not for me to judge. I think people vote for their best interest. And if your best interest lies with Kamala Harris, then whatever. You know, I don't know your situation. If she said something that struck you as positive or something that you think would benefit your life, then who am I to tell you to vote for? But I know for me, looking at how the state of the country, I don't think she's good for the country. And I'm not just talking about the economy, guys. I mean, you guys have to look way past this. This isn't just about the economy. I need you to ask yourself, in the eyes of the world, dealing with our foreign leaders, do you want her to be the one to be talking to them, to negotiate with them, to play hardball with them when we need to play hardball? Is she that person? Cackling Kamala, is she that person? Because I can't see our enemies looking at this and thinking, oh yeah, we're afraid of her. No, they're going to attack. They're going to attack. I mean, we've already established that we've never been weaker than we are right now. Her as president is all the invitation they need. So, again, guys, I know I say I don't like to talk about politics on the show. I'm saving that for the Patreon, by the way. But I just feel like I had to talk about this because, hey, again, she got Beyonce now. So I guess we should all be afraid. MAGA should be afraid. Because once the queen is on board, it's a shoo-in, right?